Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into the surprisingly compelling reasons behind Tracebit's choice of C# as its primary development language. It's a fascinating case study, isn't it?
Absolutely. C#? Not exactly the first language that springs to mind for a B2B SaaS security product. I'd have guessed something like Go or Rust, given the performance and security concerns. What were the key drivers for this decision?
The author, primarily, focused on productivity. He'd worked extensively with Python and TypeScript in large projects, and, while acknowledging their strengths, highlighted drawbacks like dynamic typing and dependency management issues in large-scale projects. So he wanted something different, something that would let him iterate quickly and maintain the codebase efficiently.
I see. So it wasn't just about familiarity, but also about addressing perceived limitations of other popular choices. What other criteria were considered?
Several key factors played a role. Open source availability was important, and .NET's shift to being free and open source under the MIT license was a significant plus. Cross-platform compatibility was also crucial. They weren't tied to Windows. And of course, the popularity of the language itself, ensuring a large talent pool and readily available resources.
That's a smart approach. A large talent pool is essential for scaling, especially in a startup environment. But popularity isn't everything. What about other technical aspects?
Memory safety was a non-negotiable, obviously, for a security product. They chose C# over Rust, despite Rust's memory safety features, because they felt the learning curve and potential challenges with the borrow checker would outweigh the benefits in their early stages. They also valued garbage collection, accepting the occasional GC pause over the complexities of manual memory management.
Interesting trade-off. So they prioritized developer velocity and reduced risk early on. What about the language's features themselves?
Static typing was a big win for them. They found that the benefits in terms of code readability, maintainability, and refactoring far outweighed any perceived overhead. C#'s type system struck a good balance, offering features like generics and record types without being overly complex. The stability of the .NET platform, with its predictable release schedule and backward compatibility, was another huge advantage. They've done multiple major version upgrades with minimal disruption.
That's impressive. And what about the batteries included aspect? That's a significant point, isn't it?
Exactly. The sheer number of high-quality libraries and frameworks available in .NET was a game-changer. It saved them a lot of time and effort in choosing and vetting dependencies, especially crucial for a security product, where reliability and security are paramount. They highlighted the benefits of having readily available, well-maintained components for everything from HTTP servers to cryptographic functions.
So it wasn't just about the language itself, but the entire ecosystem. And the tooling? What about that?
The tooling was another strong point. They praised Rider, a powerful IDE with features like dynamic program analysis for detecting performance bottlenecks and memory leaks. The availability of static analyzers and tools for runtime diagnostics further enhanced their productivity and reduced the risk of errors.
It sounds like a very well-considered decision. They even mentioned performance benchmarks, showing C# performing competitively. Ultimately, it seems their choice came down to a holistic assessment of productivity, maintainability, security, and the overall ecosystem.
Precisely. It wasn't about choosing the most fashionable language, but the one that best suited their needs and allowed them to build and scale their product efficiently and securely. And they even mentioned that they're hiring in London. So if you're a C# developer, you might want to check out their job posting.
Excellent point. A great example of how a seemingly unconventional choice can be the right one, given the specific context and priorities. Thanks for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.